Unbelievable things happening in the Season 2 Mythic Plus landscape, and of course we have our finger on the pulse thanks to our main man Cop. He's got another banger in here, following up from his absolutely incredible first submission of the season that we featured last week. No reason to delay it, let's get right to the action. We're minutes away from the key starting and I'm already face palming. When I open these, I always like kind of scroll through them, looking to see like, okay, is this really worth making a video? Like I don't want to spend a half hour making a recording and then it not end up being worth making a video on. Yeah, this one I literally only need to see this. Come forth and say your prayers to your local angel. Bow and worship your God. Bow before me. This is a priest healer saying this. There's not even the full 5 people in the dungeon yet. Like, just got to get this weird. Is this RP? Is this person drunk? I don't really know what would ever possess you to start a Mythic Plus pug group like this. But we see him right in front of Cop and he is kind of RPing. I get like he's up in the air. He's got like a cloud around him. He's got a transmog. I don't know. Really into this whole shtick. Not the only funny thing that we see on the screen though, right? This is going to be a banger, man. We could already tell. So 2 minutes after what I showed you happened, we are still not ready. The tank is struggling to figure out how to get to the dungeon in the city. The shaman says, Pally, are you coming? Oh, oops. I went to the wrong dungeon. Can I get a summon? Already a terrible start though. We got one guy like RPing as an angel, which is not the hill you want to start dying on. And then the tank needs a summon to the dungeon in the major city. I'm not sure why Cop types this. Can anybody figure this out? As the key is starting, he's just typing. He says, let's go. Let's gop. G-O-P. Way too much chat. Way too much typing already. Just way too much typing already. I think this character just absolutely loves their priest. Look at this. Big shield with like a space in between each letter. Big shield. Get in with 2 stars. But yeah, they're disciplined. We were really hoping that it was going to be an angel. We thought we were going to see some angels. We're not seeing angels. We're seeing a fake wannabe. This is a wannabe angel. Do not bow before this person. But yeah, so we do this whole area. You probably can't even tell because Cop has returned his interrupt tracker in the awkward spot that it is up there in the top right. So we can't actually see it very clearly, but we do not get sated. I don't know if the guy even intended to pull the boss there. The boss just kind of got like aggroed while we were still fighting trash. But yeah, fighting the boss now. Yeah, kind of a weird start to that. And no lust. No lust is going to happen here on the first boss the whole time. Paladin tank, he doesn't need the summon anymore. He needs bloodlust or hero, as they call it. Heroa. Is that how you say it? Maybe in Germany? Heroa. I like the sound of that. Not getting it. Irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Boss is too. There's not even tyrannical. There's no affix. It's a 6. It's actually crazy. Watch Cop overcomplicate moving his character. This is funny to me. He rolls so far that he's not on it. Almost falls off the whole thing there. Then like, I don't know what he's doing. Now he has to like kind of like parkour onto the platform. We're finally going to get the feather. People have talked about this. Apparently if you land, I guess on the platform with the eggs, you can actually get a buff. I did not know this. I don't know if one person has to do this. I don't know if every person has to do it to get the buff individually. But yeah, it's like, I guess it's like a sizable buff. It does some damage, I guess. Helps with the trash. This is one of the easiest dungeons, especially in the first week. They did remove some time from the timer, which was kind of shocking to a lot of people, I think. But yeah, still very easy dungeon. It feels like, especially on lower keys, 0 deaths. 0 deaths in this key up until this point. We are going to get our first bloodless spell. I like this. Is this people doing this? They're pulling the civilians in with the boss. I don't know, but because it does drop puddles. I mean, there's already puddles on the fight, so now we got even more puddles. I guess it's not a bad idea. I mean, yeah, probably faster if you need that. You know what this is a good fight for? This is a great fight for big shields, brother. Get in the shield. But up until this point, this has been like ultra clean. Like I said, 0 deaths, no problems other than maybe lusting and some weird chatter in the beginning of the dungeon. I wouldn't make a review on a key like that, would I? It gets crazier. One thing I did not learn until higher keys is that the big guys down here, the big rock guy down here actually seems to gain strength from the amount of targets near it. And I think it counts you guys as well. So all these small mobs, you want to be very careful about when and where you pull these. If you're trying to pull extra or if you're trying to combine down here, it can become a problem. And on lower keys, you probably won't learn this. So here's your laugh, but also learn moment in this key. Just be careful because this trash is definitely not trash you want to die to. There is a lot of run back here. And since the dungeon is so lenient, I think you really just want want to take your time and go through it. I bring it up because we are going to have our first death here, and at first it's a very confusing thing to look at. Yeah, we do combine these packs. I'm not exactly sure why we combine these packs, and like I said, at first it's hard to tell why we combine these packs. You can see the mobs are going to come over. The pack to the right of ours is going to aggro, and we are going to wipe to this. All right, that's the preface you need, but you're going to see the priest instantly get annihilated, like just absolutely annihilated. So I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm trying to figure out, does the priest somehow get in combat? Like, okay, this is obviously some kind of error. Like, I don't know how this happens, but we kind of turn our camera just at the wrong moment. Like, they're now below the bottom left of the screen here, and then as we turn back, we see these enemies are now chasing the priest. So the priest is the target, instantly dead, just annihilated. Okay, we got the group falling apart. Like, another death that comes in, we got 2 people at like 10 or less % health, and the priest is spamming res. Look at this. I don't know if people like know how battle reses work in this game, but like, brother, you're not getting a fucking res here, man. We are in absolute chaos right now. You think he's going to be able to res you right now? Like, this is the most chaotic thing that's probably happened in his whole season. So the guy's spamming res, then this guy jumps on top of it. Battle res, right? Oh, hold the fuck on. Wait, a crucial comment just gets left here. I don't, like, what are you saying? Why are you typing this out loud? He says, I can't smite one pack and you not pick it up, Tank? Well, first of all, that doesn't even make like grammatical sense, but he's saying he pulled it on purpose? Or what? Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he got maybe a little bit too close. Is smite an instant spell? Can you cast that spell by accident? I can't smite one pack and you not pick it up, Tank, and then spamming about getting a battle res after you pulled trash? Utterly bizarre. Utterly bizarre, okay? I love the spamming about battle res, man. That is insane. So they do battle res the priest literally with his last breath. Like, he basically lay on hands his life pool into the priest's. We basically traded the priest for the paladin here, and now it's a calamitous mistake. Like, now it's just a full wipe. Of course, we're not done talking about that. We have the shaman says, lol WTF. So this utterly perfect run. Now we got a bit of a problem. I mean, it's not going to be a problem at all, though. This is why we're making the video, because these keys are so easy. It's so bizarrely easy, and these people make it harder. Like, they are the reason, right? The situation that you're going to see in this, the rest of this key, is why this game is hard, especially in the lower keys and especially in the pug world. So the paladin is now responding to the priest saying, I can't pull trash and you can't survive me, pick me up or heal me or whatever the hell he's saying. Not when my AoE moves were on cooldown. Is that how that class works? He then tries to tell him how to play his class. He says hammer bounces, shield bounces, consecration, concentration, and taunt. He's reminding us, sounds very much like the Jesse Cox Nerd Rage we just listened to on stream the other day.
I don't know what to tell you.
You have way more spells than fucking Healing Rain and Chain Heal.
Alright, first off, suck a nut, you cock gobbler. Alright? I'm not using Healing Rain. I'm not using Chain Heal. I'm using Greater Healing Wave. I'm using Healing Wave. I'm using Riptide. I'm using Nature's Swiftness. I'm dropping fucking Mana Tide. I'm using my Berserking to make myself heal faster. No, fuck yourself. Go back to your hillbilly hellhole. Suck my ball.
And it took 73 minutes to res me, brother. That was the biggest fucking waste of a battle res I have ever seen in this video game. And the fact that you called for it makes you look like a complete idiot. He says, all I did is one smite the whole dungeon. That probably doesn't surprise me the way a lot of healers are playing this season. So anyway, we're down here just punching shit, and healer's just not here. So the paladin, really a great response to this. He says, do you want to finish or do you want to cry? I love that response as he double pulls the same shit that just wiped us the last time. Okay, that kills him. It's really bad strategy making here. As the tank is effectively committing suicide, the priest says, take some responsibility. The guy who aggroes trash, I don't know. I guess he's trying to act like he did it by accident, but he's mad that it's like he shouldn't wipe to that. He believes he shouldn't wipe to this. I have no idea. He then says, so you pull before I get there? You're awesome. Had you just let me pull when I was ready, we would have two-chested. Again, the healer who pulls trash says, I did one smite. Entire fucking dungeon, I did did nothing wrong. 1 smite. This dude is like really self-reporting on this. He keeps bringing this up like this is an okay mistake to make. I'm telling you right now, if you pull trash, expect to die, okay? Do not expect us to survive it. Do not expect me to fucking battle res you after you do it. Don't act like you're okay to do this. If you pull trash, especially this trash, like we just went over why this trash is so dangerous, to do this, and then look at this fucking people are trying to like gaslight this tank. I assume these people are together. It's the only thing that makes sense. He says, it kind of is your fault. Like, are you fucking kidding me, brother? He just pulled trash. At no point is this the tank's fault. He says, you pulled too slow and no battle res. The paladin's still talking about the last thing. My back was turned on moves on cooldown. I have no idea what that means. Neither does the priest. He says, bruh, you had 1 monster left. The shaman is again telling the paladin how to play his class. He says, your CDs are like 8 seconds. And the priest again says something that's blocked out by cops like stupid mature language filter. He says, you are star exclamation point at symbol. Something funny cop sent me about in the email too, which I kind of missed the first time through. They wipe to this guy like pulling without the healer. The mob snap back up to him. That's really, really funny. So now we're fighting some of the pack from downstairs up in this hallway. But this is the kind of stuff that would absolutely end a key. All right. And this is what I mean when I say players make the game harder than Blizzard ever could. Like without any question in my mind, the hardest part of especially pugging, but Mythic Plus in general, is the mentality the players have. The fact that this guy actually pulls trash. Like I guess he's trying to say like he didn't do it on purpose here. I don't really know. But pulling trash and then telling the tank, take responsibility for my mistake, is absolute insanity. Love this part too. Another great use of the bloodlust spell coming up here though as we fight the boss. If you're not aware, this boss has a burn phase, a good use of the bloodlust spell, a phase where he takes a lot more damage. So we're gonna get knocked back here, and the second we pull the boss, 3, 2, 1, here comes the bloodlust spell on the pull. Not when you want to do it, but I mean it's better than not using it like we did on the first boss. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the easiest last bosses ever. It looks like it should be really, really, really hard, and I have no idea how this guy dies. I'm thinking the priest must run in front of the tank mechanic. You can kind of see it. I think there's the priest there. The tank mechanic is coming out. I think this must be what it is. Yeah, I kind of see them drifting over towards the tank mechanic. I don't know, maybe doing it on purpose to fuck with the group even further. I have no idea. But seems to run into his own death. I don't know, maybe the shaman joins him here, but again, we now have the priest dead on this boss. We have our answer now. Why are we tanking in the middle? OMG. Oh yeah, big mistake. Big, huge mistake from the tank standing still with the tank mechanic and you running into it. Take some responsibility, you fucking paladin. And by the way, there is 6 minutes left in this dungeon. 6 minutes left in this dungeon. They are going to upgrade this key. If this was a higher key, no shot. We would have definitely had this. He had disband probably without even getting in combat again. But yeah, they are going to actually have no problem here and finish this. If it wasn't for that nonsense, if this priest just didn't like, somebody's got to explain this to me. How the hell do you accidentally smite the wrong target? Am I missing something? Is there some new instant smite cast proc thing? If that's the case, let me know. That would at least make some sense. I don't know what you're doing here, brother. Cop. Am I missing something? What is he doing? Why is he out here? Cop, go punch this boss. It's in the burn phase. I think he thinks like the circle needs to be spread out from people like severely unstable corruption, move away from others, but you're not near anybody. And I guess supposed to just spread this out and hit these things. I think whoever that was, that outlaw rogue over there, he's doing it wrong. But I guess it's not going to come into play here. I don't know how many of those crystals are actually out at once. Yeah, Cop's just going to just stand out here. I don't know why I don't know what is indicating to you that you should do this during the burn phase. Casting Vivify on herself here and not in range of anybody, like not even in range of the, barely in range of the rogue. So we're just going to take a whole burn phase off. No problem. This is how easy the low keys are. This is how easy low keys are. And look at these people are still doing their best to make it impossible. Get the shit out of the middle, you trash tank. Unbelievable that they're still, I mean, doing absolutely everything to try to ruin this joke mode easy ass key, all because I don't know what the mentality is here. I really don't. You fucked, like, that you just refuse to take any type of responsibility for your own mistake, and then you just like double down as hard as humanly possible on trying to blame the tank for your failure. player. That's all I see here. That's the only thing that makes any sense psychologically. They upgrade the 6. The man gets 24 points and we ain't fucking done. The priest says, thanks all, stupid fucking idiot. Shaman says, you have to tank that on the corner. I have to stand in the middle to heal you, dumb trash tank. GG. And then just a lot of symbols. I don't know what the fuck that says, but it ain't pretty, I'm sure. It really does feel sometimes like the hardest part of pugging is the 4 other people in the group. That's hard to watch, man. That's really, really hard to watch, especially after that weird, cringy bullshit at the beginning of the dungeon. It really is stuff that you will only see in World of Warcraft. I love this game for that reason. I love the weird social aspect of it, the very awkward people, inability to just communicate and exist as adults within a group. Like, you all join the same group, yet you're at each other's throats for some reason. Like, never ceases to amaze me. Thank you guys for your submissions. We're going to be taking a look at all the stuff we've been submitted in the last few weeks, and there will be another video coming tomorrow. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.